great atmosphere all day long Saturday, and we want to defend our home, and we understand that a win in Division I football, you enjoy those temporarily, but they sure are nice, and thought it was good for our state to have two teams from within the state playing, and UCA's got a fine football team, and their coaching staff do a great job, and we were fortunate to play well enough to come out with a win. So certainly we're looking forward to getting into Sun Belt Conference play. It looks like our conference is shaping up like last year, where anyone can beat you and anyone can win. So we're going to have to play extremely well on the road, and know that Western Kentucky will be prepared for us after having an open week this past week to prepare for us. Yeah, it was a very difficult loss to take, very difficult on the players, very difficult on the staff. It's a game we felt like we had won with 50 seconds left in the game, and one of those freak things happened that happen sometimes in football that turned the tide, and from that point on, you have to give Western Kentucky credit that they made plays that gave them the win, and it was a difficult Sunday to be around here, around our players and staff, because it was a stinging loss. Yeah, you won't hear me talk about it with our team. I mean, a lot of people talk about it. Last year is last year. Can't do anything about that. We can take care of ourselves this year. So we won't talk about it a lot. I do know that we're still dealing with young men, and they're still immature in a lot of ways. And I think it's impossible for a college team for 12 straight weeks to be at their emotional peak. And I've heard other coaches that have been in it a lot longer than I talk about that, and I believe it firmly. But you still have to execute, and you still have to play with great energy and hustle. So, you have to be very careful about trying to make sure emotionally they are at their fever pitch level. Usually it's a lot easier at home to get them to be at that level, but we've got to understand the way you beat Western Kentucky is we win tomorrow in practice. It's a work day. Wednesday the same way, Thursday the same way, and then play one play at a time and make sure you're doing your assignment. That's what we'll talk about, those things. Unfortunately, we see that a lot this year in the Sun Belt. Seems like everybody's got a week off before us. Not everyone, but at least half the games, if not more, do. And I don't know. That's got to be an advantage schematically. I'm not sure that a week off always that's a long time in between games. And if you're banged up, I think it's great. If you're not, particularly after a loss, you're really anxious to get back out and get that taste out of your mouth. So I've seen it work both ways. It's really hard to say. Again, I think schematically it's to their advantage because they have a long time to work on us. Well, on the road is very difficult in Division I, period, wherever you go. But we're not talking much about whether it be at home or away. We don't give that power. We're going to try to prepare the same way we would for a home game, and get on a bus and go do the same thing we do at a hotel here during home games there, and not talk about whether it's home or away too much. Well, against Kentucky, they were dominating, very dominant, and that's a scary game for us to watch. Our kids played with extreme passion, and we're somewhat, in my mind, at a little disadvantage in the fact that they've played 3 football games, and no one they played is anything like us. And they have a new defensive coordinator, and we're not certain, how they will try to play us, because we're certainly not like Kentucky or Navy, and really not like Indiana State either. So it's kind of a guessing game. How we will go and look at where he came from and what he did there also, and try to find someone that is similar to us. I'd have to start with our special teams. I think they're vastly improved from last year, and I think they've been very, very solid, knock on wood. We haven't given up our punt coverage, kickoff coverage against some really good kickoff return guys has been really solid, and we're talking, against Illinois, Virginia Tech also, and punt coverage also. Our PAT field goal unit is, after last Saturday night, I would say did really well. If you'd asked me that Friday, I wouldn't have given you a nickel for them, but it shows you how smart I am. Like I say, they perform very, very well in the game, which as long as they continue to do that, I guess I can handle the us not practicing it very well. But very pleased with the job Coach Batoon and the guys are doing, preparing our special teams.
The Red Wolves go to 2-2 on the season with a 53-24 win over Central Arkansas. Applin under center, hands to Robertson, who dives into the end zone for the touchdown. Jermaine Robertson from a yard out gets into the end zone to cap off a good scoring play to start the third quarter, and the Red Wolves lead 25-10. He's hit from 26, 32, and 33, so Brian Davis will try it from 34 yards out now with 1:57 to go in the second quarter. The snap is down. Davis's kick is on the way. And he has done it again. Brian Davis with 4 first-half field goals, and the Red Wolves lead it now 19-10. In for the first time. He fakes the handoff, jumps toward the goal line. Did he get in? Still no signal. Yes, he is. Touchdown, Arkansas State. 2-yard touchdown run by the quarterback, Andre Smith. Jackson, the redshirt freshman out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, in there after Derek Lawson carried the mail in the opening drive for A-State. 2nd and 7. App with a pump fake, throws to the end zone, caught for a touchdown by the Red Wolves. Taylor Stockamer with the catch, and A-State flies down the field to retake the lead. Already a lot in this opening possession. Fake the pass, Applin puts it in his own hands, has running room, has the first down, hurts the corner at the 30, is drugged down by the last man who could have stopped him. As they go out of the I formation, they do have a new fullback in. They drop back and throw, and it's a picked off, intercepted by Sterling Young, who will take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Pick 6 for Sterling Young, and the Red Wolves have hung 50. Bird came up from his linebacker spot to put a hit on Jackie Hinton.
Yeah, and Harrell also, when he saw it was going to be an I formation, he cheated up, and along with Bird, and they were looking for run all the way.
At its own 43, Applin drops back, has time, throws down the middle of the field, complete to Stockamer at the 20, brought down at the 15-yard line. 1st and 10, A-State. This one will be from 33 yards. Of all the numbers he's hit from, 33's already been one of them. From the left hash, the kick is on the way, and it is good. So Brian Davis, with his 6th field goal of the night, sets an Arkansas State school record. He also sets a school record with his 22nd point of the night, and the Red Wolves lead it 46-17 as we'll take a final timeout with 11:13 to go. So Frampton will take the snap. It's a high one, but he pulls it down, puts it down, gets across the 10, 5 into the end zone. Touchdown, Dwayne Frampton.